Hello and welcome to iExplores. Today we're going to take a look at some more streets of Grimsby, so let's have a look. In the docks area again, just turn the camera around over there, dock tower and all the rest of it. There's a street over that way and it's off Utton Road. Obviously I can't go down there, and it's called Shorties. I'll spell it S-U-R-T-E-E-S Street. And I found that the other day on a map. Now there was dwellings down there, as well as obviously the industry, you know, the fishing industry and all the rest of it, places that were processing down there. Yeah, there was that as well, so it's a bit of a mixed bag down that street, but from what I've looked at it on Google Earth, it looks very narrow. But if you go and have a look, you'll see it. But yeah, sadly I can't go down there. I wish I could. One day they might let me on, I don't know. So let's carry on to the next street. Okay, so I'm now stood on the corner of Bridge Street North and Strand Street. Now the reason I've come down here again he says, there was a bridge. Now it said that it went across the Old Clee Drain, which I know ran through that way there. I've seen that many a time on many a maps. I've done it on a few videos, which ran into Boiling House Creek in the first half of the 9th century, it says on there. Now it says that this bridge lies between the two streets, Bridge Street North and Bridge Street South, thus the name. And on my maps and sources show the bridge to be in the middle of both of these streets. So we're on the north, and obviously south will be that way somewhere. So that's what the general, you know, that's what it says. Bit hard to match up. I mean, it was hard doing the research on that, but I found that out. So let's go on to the next street. Okay, so I've now come down to Sega Street, which you can see the sign over there, which is off Kent Street across the road there, and Freeman Street, which is over that way. Okay, so we've come down here because down here there was lots of houses, and right at the bottom of this street there, which is obviously gone now, it was from the picture I've got, looks like a garage. Now on the left hand side was a pub called the Mariner's Compass. The Mariner's Compass is situated at 43 Bridge Street South, corner of Thesiger Street, and this was demolished in the 1960s, it says, so that's up in that area there somewhere. Bit hard to really imagine, but yeah, you can imagine this full of terraced houses. Obviously there was a church on here, St Andrews, that was on there. We're all this, see, it's what they do, isn't it? They knock all things down and, well, never mind. Oh, so anyway, so that's where we are now, so let's go on to the next street. Okay, so I've now come down to Car Lane. Now, previously, this was known as Old Clee Lane, and it's the word car meaning marshy land, and this land was reclaimed in the 1920s and 30s, but before then it was a rural highway over common land in the 1830s, so there's nothing on here back then, but yeah, they reclaimed it. Like I say, because this is all near the sea, it will be marshy, and it was marshy for quite a way inland anyway. Okay, so we've now come down to Kent Street, okay, which runs in that direction there where I'm pointing the camera. Now, Kent Street was one of the first streets to be built on the East Marsh and occupied by the new settlers in the town after the development of the docks. The new settlers were fishermen enticed to come into the area after building the docks in the 1850s. So basically they wanted them to stay here and be right near, obviously straight over there to work. Pretty good idea. Now, on the picture I saw, there was a pawnbroker's called, near it was A.H. Fryman. And it occupied 133 to 135 Kent Street, and it was, like I say, a pawnbroker's. And here's a few shops next to it in the shot I've got, and obviously next to that there was an archway where your horse and cart would go through. So yeah, so if anybody knows anybody that lived down here, it'd be good. But obviously now it's just this now. Obviously schools, different road, different buildings. Okay, so we've now come down to Avon Street. Now on this street there was a house called Summer House. And in 1852, there were 11 households down here and a customs house. And in the Middle Ages, on the west side of the Avon, was a trading section of a port, and most of the merchants lived on the street. So that's probably why them houses was built there. So that's what they all lived in. Not only did they work on here and offload here, they lived in them. But yeah, the one about the Middle Ages is basically in that direction there, and it's under an entrance to the Freshney Place, which is round the corner there on South Dock Street. Or Frederick Ward Way, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, that's round there, so let's move on to the next street. Okay, so we're now down onto Briggate. Now the reason I brought you down here, there was a college called the Colgate College. It was around here somewhere. Now the picture that I've got is like a great big mansion. A bit like, let's say, that building there, but on its own. It's not that, because that was built later in 1913. But yeah, that's what it was called. Now this, we all pronounce it Briggate, and it is pronounced Brigger, it says, from what I found. And it is an ancient, obviously, gate, meaning street. Again, it's that word, Briggate, you see, that means street, it from the Danish, has Danish roots down here. And the first part of the word, Briggo, meaning spare of land, later meaning road or way. Okay, so I've now come down to Carlton Street. This is where I am at the minute. Yeah, Carlton Street up there. And go straight through there. Okay. This street commemorates Thomas Carlton, Mayor of Grimsby, in 1875 to 1876. Now, this street down here was, to the locals, known as Little Russia, due to you having to wear an overcoat because it was colder here, colder than the side of the Cleveland Bridge there, the railway bridge. Okay, the bridge I just mentioned there, the Cleveland Bridge near the railway bridge, is off in that direction there, and I have done a video on it before, so let's go to the next street. Okay, so I'm now stood on Wellhome Road, and that used to be Wellhome Galleries. Now, it said at the side of here, or behind it, was a farm called Intex Farm Mews, which is in this area here. And you can see Intex Mews is there right in front of me going that way. So the farm will have been in that area there. You just can't imagine this being a farmland, can you? But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it once says on there. This area is named after the farm that once stood here. So Intex Farm Mews. So there was a farm on here. Who knows, could be through there. Look at these old lamps, I wonder if they're original. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, I don't know. But yeah, there was a farm on here. Okay, so we've come to the end of another Streets video. I hope you enjoyed that one. Obviously, please like and subscribe. And I'd like to thank all my new viewers and all my new subscribers for watching my content. So, with that said, I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye for now.